Hello everybody with Hey and Hello, this is Janine and welcome to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we are going to talk about a biographical movie about Father Stu starring Mark Wahlberg.
I figured it out.
Seventh time's a charm.
I'm being an actor.
Get yourself a marvelous mop. What can I get for you, miss? I got beef.
Let's not waste either of our time. I'm a Catholic. I can't date someone who isn't baptized.
Where's the water? I'll do it now.
You're getting into the fine print on this way of living, pal. Well, you got a long road ahead. Comes around.
God is all about defying the odds.
It's up to you to decide what you've got to offer.
This is the place you told me you believe in me.
Your son is about to make a huge mistake.
I'm gonna be a priest.
For Halloween.
Man don't lose when he gets knocked down, but when he won't get up. Father Stu.
So the movie starts with Father Stu, or Stuart Long's life as an amateur boxer, and then in an overnight stay at a jail, he told his mom that he wanted to pursue acting. In his journey of wanting to be an actor, he worked at the meat shop where he has customers, whether they know a manager or people who work in Hollywood. And in the middle of pursuing his new career path, which is becoming an actor, he met this girl named Carmen, and he was like love at first sight. And he did all of those things to be recognized by Carmen, and Carmen told him that I'm not gonna date someone who isn't Catholic. Stuart, being Stuart, told her, of course, I can get baptized, anything for you. After he got baptized, they started dating, and in the middle of his life inside a church, he was at this bar, and there's this man who told him to not drive home, and he didn't listen. And in his journey home, he met an accident, and he was in coma. And in his coma, he saw an apparition of the Virgin Mary, and Mother Mary told him that it's not her time yet. You still have a purpose. And in the midst of his life and his fate, what they wanted to ask him, why him? Why me? Why did it happen to me? And Carmen gave him something that he had been wishing all of his life when he was dating her. And then he went to a confession and he told the priest that I did something wrong, and he believed it was wrong. And he told the priest that I have waited for this for so long, and finally I have it, but I wasn't happy. What is wrong with me? And in his questions, he was holding the rosary. He was praying to give him the answer he wanted to know, or the answer he's seeking for. And then he brought Carmen to the place where they used to date. And that was the time where he blurted out to Carmen that I wanted to become a priest. And Carmen's face was like, bro, what are you talking about? We're dating. And that was a time where Stuart was slowly explaining to her. And you can see the devastation in Carmen's face. And she went straight to his mom and told his mom that you need to talk to your son. He's making the wrong decision of his life. And then when his mother asked him, he happily said that I wanted to become a priest. And his mother told him, where? Halloween? And then when he tried to apply in a seminary, he was rejected at first. And then he rushed to the seminary. Why wasn't I accepted? And then the priest told him that because you are not leading, or you don't have the portfolio of leading a Catholic life, where he answered that not all saints had led a Catholic life. And hold and behold, he was accepted in a seminary. But life gave him another turn when he found out that he had a muscular disease similar to Lou Gehrig's condition. And after finding that out, he was in front of the altar, pleading, crying, asking God, are you testing me? I wanted to do good. I wanted to be good. I wanted to be in this path. And he was in tears, crying, and he said, God, why have you forsaken me? And then he told God that I'm not gonna give up. And then again, another life turns when the head priest told him that he cannot be ordained as priest because he cannot do the duties of priest, and he cannot celebrate the Eucharist because of his condition. And that made my heart break. He lay down in the middle of the aisle of the church, crying, crawling. And then his friend called his dad to check on his son. And then he found out that his son was laying underneath Mother Mary's statue. And he told his dad that I'm waiting for her to lift me up, to let me stand. And life goes on for him. He went back to his family, and his parish in his hometown, Montana, had ordained him to become a priest. And he waited for so long, and people lined up to him, and he celebrated the Eucharist Mass until he was 50. What I love about this movie is that it shows you and it tells you that in life, easier said than done. You must endure. You must have strong faith to never give up. All of us has different journey with God and in life. The movie tells me that in the biggest of your ego, God will show you humility. He will humble you. Gave me some goosebumps along the way. We wanted to see so much miracle happening in front of us that we dismiss the little things that is surrounding us because we wanted to see the bigger picture. The movie also tells me that if you want something, you must be stubborn enough to aim that dream, to fulfill the dream. Just like how Father Stewart did. If you really want something so badly, you really have to work hard for it. You have to run for it, to reach it. And if you feel that this is not really for you, you can let it go because you have so many branches of dreams in your life. But if you really wanted this so badly, this one specific thing, never give up. Achieve with all your might. And if it happened, thank Him. Be grateful. And if it didn't happen, still thank Him. And sometimes along the way, when you're too busy picking up apples from different trees, there is this one tree that is meant for you to pick and grow. The journey of his life isn't easy, but it tells you that God will give you a certain path just for you. The journey to priesthood or even to nunnery is a divine intervention. He will really lead you to Him. He will run after you. When you are in doubt, He will let you feel Him. He will let Himself be felt. I also love this line in the movie where after his accident, his friend told him, "Baby, God has seen something in you worth saving. And because of that, you must know what your purpose is, the reason you are been saved." This is really sometimes hard because there's so many things that is going on to your head. The pain, the failures, the losses, and then sudden achievements, and so on and so forth. That the waiting season is one of the hardest journey because patience, your patience will really be tested. It's a matter of patience and perseverance that every suffering, there is a silver lining waiting for you. I like this line when Father Stu said when he was ordained, we shouldn't pray for an easy life, but strength to endure a difficult one. Because the experience of suffering is the fullest expression of God's love. It is a chance to be closer to Christ. God wanted a fighter, He found one, and that was Father Stu. And when he was saying that, I remember one of our conversations with my friends when it comes to our faith. When we are suffering, the biggest and the loudest cry we could have, or we could say, is God. God, please help me. God, please bless me. God, please let me be patient. God, please, I trust your will. Thy will be done. And what I loved about the movie is that the movie gives you this comic relief. That despite of everything that is happening, despite of all the sadness, despite of all the agonies that you're feeling, there will always be a pot of gold waiting for you. Just like I said, the silver lining waiting for you. And you just really have to believe, to have faith, and to trust God in the process. And one more thing, I remember that there is something so powerful about praying the rosary. There is something very powerful in praying with Mother Mary. At the end of the road, at the end of every journey, or in the beginning of our journey, it always starts and ends with God. I hope your dreams would really do come true, whatever it is. I hope you have that strength to be able to achieve it, to be patient, to trust him that this is the process you're going to have to experience in order to achieve it. And I hope whatever it is, you will be celebrating it with joy and gratefulness. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. God bless you. Spice.